Hello everyone, it's me Ava, aka Kaisa. I hope everyone is doing well today. I had another dream message that's imperative that you share with as many twins as you know. There are things going on right now on this planet and Earth, and I've been shown that it's very important that the twins anchor themselves to Mother Earth. And I have provided later on in this message will be the meditation that's required to plant and anchor ourselves as twins for our purpose to change the things that are happening here so that we can anchor God's source energy directly to Mother Earth. But I'm not going to get into that too much first right now, but I'm going to repeat myself. Please share this message with as many twins as possible. With the governments and things being shut down and some other things, and like the world is going haywire more than usual right now, we've got to shake things up. And, the call is now that we must get it done. All right? So what I'm going to get into first is the unawakened twins. All right? The unawakened twins are receiving wake-up calls. Okay. So they're sitting in this situation, and they're, like I stated before, they're in their aha situation, like, maybe I should not be doing this. Taking steps for legal representation and action and things of that nature. Some have actually done this. But they're looking around and feeling it within themselves. Something doesn't feel right. So that's a plus. They have a solid belief foundation, and they're fighting the social ideals. So remember when we first woke up and we found out that we found out a lot, but when we first found out that our belief system was like through peer pressure, basically, of social ideals and religious beliefs, and everything that we know basically wasn't right for some of us. Well, they're getting a dose of that right now. They're anchored so much in their belief system until it caused all that resistance. So now they're, like I said, their world's getting shook up, and the earthquake underneath their feet. This is what's happening. All right. Their lack of purpose and how their lives are or aren't progressing. So what they're going through right now is that they're realizing, okay, you know what? What I'm doing right now is not working. Okay? And I don't feel like I should be doing what I'm doing. We know how many of you have changed your jobs. Many of you have started developing your gifts more and said, doing more what resonates with your soul and your soul calling. Well, it took us a while to get here, but this is what they're experiencing. They're getting that feeling like, this doesn't feel right. Something's off here. They're taking a look at their lives and saying, you know what, I should be further than I am now. And then they're like, but I don't want to be here. I've invested so much time in the work that I've been doing. I've been investing a lot of time in my goals. And the goals that they had no longer seem desirable. So they're doing a little bit of soul searching, so to speak. All right. They no longer are being subjected to old patterns that aren't working anymore, not being manipulated or dominated anymore. So what that means is hey, what I've been doing all this time, trudging to work every day, doing the same old thing, just faking it to make it in relationships and just in life in general. They're realizing that, you know what, I'm getting the same result no matter what. Nothing's changing. So it's like that plastic bag reference I use all the time. If you put water in a plastic bag and it has a hole in it, if you don't fix the bag, repair the bag, or change the bag, you're going to get the same results. So that's where they are in their head right now. Remember, they're thinking, and when they think, that they take action on how to fix things. That's just the type of twin they are. So that's what's going on with that. Okay. Not being manipulated or dominated anymore. Okay. Well, it speaks for itself. Remember, I said a lot of them are being unawakened twins are in partnerships that the person is bossy or not desirable, and they run the show, and they're like, you know what, I'm not your servant, and they were in servitude and all this. All that's being cut down and no more. Okay. Playing out every scenario and going over all details in a fine-tooth comb. Sounds like they're doing an analyzation of their lives. So what they're doing is they're like, okay, well, if I do this, then this could be the case. If I do that, then that will be the case. If I speak to my twin, then they may not, accept me so nicely. If how do I approach, all scenarios? They're also thinking about if they leave the situation and they're dealing in legal, schematics and details of that nature, then where does that leave them? There was, setting up budgets, making sure that everything is in order. Okay. They're considering themselves about communication. How do they tactfully approach the demonstrated relationships? And how do they smoothly break the silence of the awakened twin? So just like I was saying, they're thinking everything through with a fine-tooth comb. How do I approach this person? And if I do approach this person and I leave this other person, is this person, my twin, going to take me? I might, so they're kind of weighing the ball on that. A lot of them that have not taken the approach for the legal action yet, they're still in weighing. The ones that have taken the legal action are like, basically, this is what I'm going to do. And I just need to figure out how to smooth things over with my twin. All right. They're protecting the future relationships while securing past obligations. Like I said, they're like, okay, I have to leave my current situation that I am, my obligations here. I can't just up and go. I think I said that in one of my previous videos, that they can't just say, okay, I want to be with my twin and just leave. So that's irresponsible. They have obligations and responsibilities, contracts, 3D contracts down here. So are children taken care of? Are the partners being taken care of as promised? Negotiations in that situation and coming up with ideas of resolution, co-parenting, all that. Now, when they do that, they want to make sure that, okay, you set, you good. Now, when I start my situation with the twin, you can't come back here and cause an issue, or there's going to be problems that are going to arise and surprises. No surprises, okay? So that's what they're thinking of. All right. They're seriously thinking about how this action is going to make them look amongst peers and family members. Embarrassed. Okay. Well, we've all faced the embarrassment. We're like, oh, we're in love with this man, this twin. And everybody's like, but they seeing somebody else. they're married to somebody else. They're involved with somebody else. They don't even talk to you. What are you talking about? And you're like, but true, listen, we're twins. And then we have all the craziness and the stalking kind of thing on Facebook and the obsession. We all been there, you know it. So don't try to sit there and play it off like you've never done it. Like, what is this person doing now? What are they doing with them? They told me they didn't want them. Now they're back with this, the ex and all this stuff. So all right, now they're going through the situation of being embarrassed, like going back to you with their tail between their legs and apologizing to the awakened twin. That's one embarrassment. The second embarrassment is, coming out, so to speak, to their partners and saying, I've been feeling this way for quite some time and I really am not interested in being in this partnership anymore. So that's the second one, because now they have the kids that they're thinking about. Oh, we don't like this parent anymore because they're leaving. Okay. And then they have the other situation where they're dealing with family members, in-laws, things of that nature. They're like, what are you doing? You're leaving your family. What are you doing? You're breaking up a family. They're dealing with that. And then they have the friends. And that's something that's, very interesting too. When I was divorced, and I'm quite sure some of you know what I'm talking about, you face, like, whose friends are you now? Like, are your partner's friends still your friends? Then you have friends that were your friends, but because they're married, and mind you, some of these was married after you got married, now they don't want to talk to you. They're like, oh, well, we're doing this. And, I didn't think you wanted to be involved because it's a couple thing, that type of thing. All this comes into play. So that's where their head is at for that too. Let's see. What's next? Obtaining strength through spirit to overcome the fear of confrontation in relationships publicly. Okay. Well, like we said, we're all on Facebook. Most of us. Tweet, Snapchat. You have all these pictures and things and live and everything. It's so wonderful on Facebook. Or you've been pretending, they've been pretending that it's been so wonderful on Facebook. Now what do? You're going to take all the pictures down. You're going to do all these things. And everybody going to wonder, hey, what is going on? Even if they don't say anything. They're just making changes. They're backing out of engagements that they would normally go to with their partners. They're like, you know what? I'm not going. But we go every year. Yeah, well, you know what? This year we making a change. I'm not going. I'm not going to your parents' house. I'm not doing this. I'm not going with you in this couples. They usually go on these retreats or something like vacations and things. They're making very, very significant changes that people are seeing. And it's just like, wow, what the heck is going on there? Okay. Obtaining strength through spirit to overcome the fear of public ridicule from things that the present partner already knows. Ooh, I'm going to read that one again. They have trouble, but spirit is going to help them overcome the fear of public ridicule from the things that the present partner already knows. Ooh. Okay. So it's like blackmail type thing, like, so they know something about these unawakened twins. Of course they do. They've been married to them for decades, or they know their closet secrets. But it's a chance that they're going to have to take, or they're willing to take. But it's also a part of the weighing. And with that being said, that's like, well, if you leave me, I'm going to say this. And if you leave me, I'm going to do this. And everybody going to know. Okay, well, you know what? Some of them are just like, whatever. You do what you think you got to do. But this is for me. I can't do this anymore. Okay, I can't do this no more anymore. I can't pretend anymore. I can't do you no more. So, no. Okay, I'm just going to have to deal with that. And that's it. Okay, no more playing. I can't do it. All right. And spirit is working with them. And this is a shake up, that feeling that they're getting, that feeling is spirit. So praise the heavens for spirit. Okay. Next, they're obtaining strength through spirit to overcome the fear of being alone, standing in the decision and standing up for their fight to freedom. I'm going to say that part again. And standing up for their fight to freedom. Okay. Remember, we just had a conversation about the awakened twins in partnerships, being alone and being afraid of being alone. Okay, taking that step out. You've been married a long time. You don't even know whether you know how to handle that situation of being alone anymore. Trying to find yourself or get yourself back. Remember, I said look into your yearbooks to remember the person you were before you were married, before you got involved with this person. Find yourself again. That's where they are. That's where their head is at. They're like, okay, well, I've been with this person a long time. You know, where does this put me? But I'm willing to take this chance because I don't know even if my twin is going to accept me. But, you know, I'm going to take this chance, and they got to step out on being on alone too. So now remember, when you guys are thinking about rush, we can't do that. You know, we need to think where we were in specific times and what we were doing at a certain phase of our twin flame journey. So, you know, give them a minute to catch up. And if you think about it, they're not too far behind. They're the ones that, remember, for us, it took us a while. But for them, it's going to be like this. Okay, so like I say, prepare yourselves to be ready. Okay. Now they're going to fight for their freedom. What does that mean? They're going to get away from these bonds, these chains, and these shackles of these relationships, of these partnerships, of these situations, of these obligations, of these old belief systems. They're going to let it all fall out. They but you think about it, they're doing this alone, and they don't know what's going on. They're not awake or have that support group or whatever like we do. Okay? They don't even know where to go, a lot of them. So that's why I said, make sure your lines of communication are open. And when they do reach out, the ones that do, be nice. And don't be so talkative, okay? All right. They're thinking about how they're going to deal with the backlash of going against the norm. Remember, and a lot of us are still dealing with that. Well, I'm not. I'm just, you know this. You can see from me, I'm like, either you take me or you don't. I'm not here to please you. I'm here for a purpose and to do my job. And my soul mission. But a lot are dealing with the beliefs of their family members and what they were so strongly rooted in that, you know, it's causing a rift. It's causing a lot of friction. So they're going against the norm of social ideals all on their own without the support system. They may have a couple of people that are like, okay, well, you do you. Do that, do you. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them are dealing because there's resistance. Remember, if they've been resisting this long, it's because of the belief system. And their surrounding environment is so rooted in it. Then this is where the problem comes in. Okay, so give them a moment. They're going against the grain, but they making their way. Okay? All right. They're daydreaming of a better life and all of its possibilities. The 7 of Cups. I'm going to say that again. Daydreaming of a better life and all of its possibilities. The 7 of Cups. Okay. The 7 of Cups came up, and as you know, in the tarot, the Seven of Cups, there's a person standing there, usually, and there's like a bunch of clouds, and it's like they're orchestrating, but in reality, it's a cup with all these different types of things in it. Okay, and it really represents daydreaming or things that are cup of abundance, maybe, and all of that. I put it in the description below, of course. You can look it up. But that's what comes up. They're back to thinking of possibilities. Like, you know what? Excuse me. You know what? I don't have to be in this situation anymore. I'm not stuck here. I don't have to be unhappy like this. Who says I have to stay here like this? Nothing's stopping me from staying here. I love my children, and my children are going to be my children, and the court system will take care of the rest. They will see their kids. So that threat of, you know what, I won't let you see your children, and they use children all the time like this. And if any of y'all are doing that, don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay? But moving on. Like I'm saying, this is what they're going through. So it's good to know that they're sitting there and they're daydreaming. The daydreaming is an excellent motivator. And so the daydreaming is on the ones that have taken legal action, like, I'm on my way to freedom. This can happen, that can happen. Let me think about this. I could do this, I could do that, I could do that. Now, the ones that haven't taken illegal action are daydreaming like, maybe that's something that could happen. And then they're thinking about, oh, you know what? The courts can deal with the kids. So no matter how much they threaten it, I can't see them. I have rights. So, thank God for the Seven of Cups and the daydreaming. If it wasn't for daydreaming, there's no motivation. Okay? The thought of a possibility, imagination, right? Thank God for that. Okay. Pursuing goals and learning how to get themselves back on track to being whole. Give them time for newfound freedom. Okay. They're pursuing goals. Okay. Some of them may just say, you know what? I always wear t-shirts. Let me give you an example. And this is motivated by daydreaming, okay? Excuse me. So this unawakened twin always wears t-shirts. They go in the store, which they never do. Normally they just drive home. They say, you know what? Let me stop in JCPenney a minute. On their own. Because their spouse usually buys their stuff or not. Or tells them what they should or shouldn't do. And they go in their department and they say, you know what? I like these kind of shirts. Now they're starting to wear polo shirts. What you know about that? So they're looking at themselves and saying, you know what? I used to wear polo shirts all the time. I love these. They're so comfortable. So they come home. They're starting to wear them. Now that makes them feel good. That brings up their self-esteem. And they're loving themselves by treating themselves better. Okay? Not just whatever they're with is handing out to them. Okay? Now, give them time for newfound freedom. Okay? We've had time to be alone on our own, and then we had our empowerment. Now, we faced our empowerment moment, and now we're in ourselves. We feeling ourselves, literally, That's the way it goes. So give them a moment to get where you are so that you two will be equally yoked, so to speak, when you come together. All right? So now, the awakened twins. All right. The awakened twins must get into a meditation and permanently ground their earth star to the earth's core. Then ask to be used as a consistent conduit of source light energy via their soul star. See below. Okay. As you know, there are many chakras. There's not just 7. And maybe some of you don't know that, but there's more. There's like 12 to 16. Okay? Right now we're only going to do 8 and 9 type thing. And we're going to work with those. Now your Earth star goes like 6 inches or so below your feet. Then you have another chakra in here for your heart that gives you purpose and mentally and everything. And I'm not going to get into detail for this. I put down below in the description box, okay? But this will help you recall and all of that. Then you have your soul star that goes out amongst everything else. And in so many words, you get all of your energy flow from source and things of that nature. Okay? That's all I'm going to explain. So the soul star is where the vortex is going to come in for pure source energy, light energy. Okay? It's going to come down like this, go through us, go down to our Earth star, which we're going to anchor to the Earth's core and root ourselves in. Now, we're going to constantly be a conduit of pure source, unconditional loving light energy, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We will never have to worry about anything. So wherever we are changing the planet just by being on the planet. We're anchoring it, we're changing it, we're releasing all that the earth doesn't need anymore, removing all the negative energy, transforming and transmuting all the dark to light, changing things in the 3D sector to help awaken everybody. Politics, all these things. We're giving shakeups. You know what I'm saying? This is the way Source is going to do it. It's very, very, very imperative that you guys share this. Please, I beg of you, that you get the word out to get this done. Okay? I have provided the music for it. And I have also provided what you need to say. All right. Here. Okay. Now, I'm going to just say what it is so that you know what's being said. All right. Repeat these words while envisioning a gold cord from your base that has an anchor on the end, that you're attaching to the earth's roots and a vortex above your head with light beaming in during the meditation. And you're going to repeat these words. In the name of Christ's consciousness, I recall purpose. I permanently anchor my earth star to the earth's core to serve as a conduit of consistent, pure source, positive light energy via my soul star, through all timelines, aspects, and dimensions of existence throughout eternity. As it is above, so below, within, without, so it be. Blessed be. Thank you. Amen, amen, and amen. I was told by Source and Universe, there's some stuff, some shizzle hitting the fan right now. And it's important that you get to this ASAP. ASAP. We've got to ground this light to earth. And we as twins, you know that special flame that we carry of pure source light. And if you don't remember, go back and see Truth of the Mission. Okay? And you'll remember. But the purpose is for your soul to recall purpose and it will just activate everything in us coming directly from source down to earth. Okay? It's very imperative that it's done. And as you can hear, it's Kaisa that's speaking to you right now. And I'm telling you that it's very imperative that you get it done, because there's things that are happening that we must stop. And this will do it. This will change the whole course of history as we know it. So twins everywhere. Anchor your earth star permanently to the earth's core. Serve as that conduit. Okay? All right. I love you all. It's go time. It's show time. It's time. All right? We're here and we're making ourselves known across the entire world. Okay? I love you all. Thanks for watching. I also meant to tell you I've never given you any information on how to contact me if you wish. I have an email address, wonderstothee@gmail.com. Okay? This is exciting. I'm a little too nervous about it because this is the first time that I've ever been given something so significant, after the truth of the mission. That's for sure. But I love you all. Wonders to thee. Ciao.